Well, let me throw something at you because I think you make a good point. You say that not everything is even. There's the big players in college football, then you get to the smaller programs. To shift gears a little bit, the big debate has been, oh, of course the SEC wants some automatic qualifiers for the playoff. What are your thoughts on giving the SEC guaranteed spots, more than just one, for the college football playoff if we were to move to the 14 to 16 playoff format?
Uh, I feel it, but only when it makes sense. If that makes
What do
sense,
you mean?
like you get a lot of outrageous fans and just like, oh yeah, man, 8-3 or 9-3, South Carolina should have made it. You know what I mean? Or Alabama should have made it. And it's like, nah, like I still don't want a 3-loss team making it. You know what I mean? Now, if you got a situation where you got like a Texas, you know what I mean, Georgia, all the teams like at the top where it's like they lost to each other. Like for instance, if it was just like three teams that lost to each other, you know how it just gets sticky like that. I could kind of feel three of those teams making it because it's just like, bro, it's kind of unfair that they got to play each other if that makes sense. But like just where it ends up to where it get to a situation like Clemson to where it's like we emotionally put a team in there and it just
Hey,
messed up
let me
the
ask you
whole.
the one. Hey, listen, I get it. You don't want the three lost teams in there. Honest as true. Like, give me an honest answer here. Indiana, Alabama played at the end of the year. Who do you think's going to win that game?
Uh, I get what you're saying, but I ain't gonna lie.
Now,
You can
maybe Indiana's a bad choice. Let's say, why does Boise State should have an automatic qualifier if there's such a gap between the group of five compared to the top two conferences with the Big Ten and the SEC? Like, if I'm the SEC and I'm bringing in all these new teams, Oklahoma, Texas, and making my schedule just an absolute gauntlet, and now I'm getting punished for having an absolute gauntlet of a schedule, while Boise State, though a good team, just automatically gets the same amount of spots as me. I would feel some type of way, wouldn't you?
No, I definitely would feel some type of way, especially when you factor in the strength of schedule. I think it goes back to it should have either been Clemson or SMU. Once Clemson beat SMU in that title game, they should have lost a spot. Oh well, womp womp. You had two losses, but you should have finished it at the very because it be situations like that. And I do agree. Maybe if you was like in a weaker conference like the Mountain West, yeah, you
Mm.
probably shouldn't have got an automatic bid. I do agree. Like maybe they should do that a little bit differently. Like the automatic bid should factor in strength of schedule overall. Like you know what I mean? Because wasn't Boise like ranked 15th or 13th or something like that? It was something like that right after they won the little
But they get
championship.
to be top four.
Top four, like so that made no sense. Like they should have. If okay, cool, they can make the playoff. Not saying they shouldn't, but being a lock at the top four slot when it's like teams that's been in dog SEC schedules, like still trying to figure out should they get in. No, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like I don't know, man. I don't want them to add more games, but it's looking like it got to be more games. Like because it.
You think we got to go to 9 conference games?
Uh, I won't even say more
It's
conference
been the
because
big. It's been the big debate. Like it's been the big thing.
you know Alabama won an all conference schedule that during COVID too.
Hey, that's when Texas A&M played its best football, was it
Yeah,
not? When we went to an all conference schedule,
that
that
was the
was the
only
closest
loss.
they got to the college football playoff, was getting smacked by y'all. Which, by the way, Notre Dame should not have made
That
that
made it.
college football playoff
I
game.
agree with that. I agree with Jimbo. Jimbo was so pissed because he was like,
Oh my gosh, dude!
y'all lost to Alabama without Jalen Waddle. Like we played them like at full power. I feel Jimbo. It was like he was like our only losses versus Alabama at full power. Like you not finna tell us we don't deserve it. Like
Now we would have gotten smacked. Like I for sure think we lose first round, but in this world, saying that you went to a college football playoff holds a lot of weight.
yeah, and maybe Jimbo might still be the coach. Maybe
No, 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 no. Bro, if there's someone, if you are out here watching, there's someone that is like my Voldemort. You do not talk about Jimbo Fisher, bro. I
He got y'all
cannot.
the greatest recruiting class in the history of college football.
Oh my God, dude.